So I was looking in here, and this kind of caught my eye because I remember Esther, the name Esther means hidden, to hide or conceal. And so I think it would be fun to figure out something to do with her name behind this. So what I thought, and I've done the pop-ups, I don't know if this will work or not, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to make a pattern first, so it needs to be like roughly fit in there. And if I can do Esther means hidden. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut out, so I'm going to make this really thick. I mean, I don't know if I need it to go off the page or not. Okay, I'm going to take a piece of tea stain paper that's similar to what's underneath here. So something similar to that. I'll lay that piece right in here. Okay, so I'm changing what I'm going to do. I was going to cut the words out, but I think that they're too flimsy. So what I'm going to try to do is cut the word out and leave the outline. So cut that out. Which means on the T would be, what would be a better T would be just that sort of a T. So I need to change this, not make it quite so crazy. Maybe move this S over just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to use the good old X-Acto knife and see if I can cut this out and leave enough that you can tell what it says. Okay, so there is my message that is going to be hidden somehow a little bit. I'm going to erase my pencil marks that I didn't cut out. This is a kneaded eraser. If you've never done any drawing with them, get it at Walmart. It comes in a square. It's really cheap, and you just keep kneading it like dough. That's why it's called a kneaded eraser, and it just keeps this, when it's really good and soft, it picks up pencil marks and doesn't leave any crumbs like a regular pencil eraser like you might have used in school. So I'm just touching this up. Now to figure out what to do with this. This wasn't quite what I was going to do. I was going to actually do the reverse of this and have the words pop out, but I think they would be too flimsy. This is a little stronger. And so what I want to do, what I could do is just cut this out the size of this page and just sort of put some little spacers underneath it to raise it up. But I could also put a pop-up on here if I can figure out how to do it so that when you pull on it, it raises it up. And I think that'd be cooler. So if you remember the format idea journal, I gave you this pop-up idea, and that's where this would come in handy. So I'm going to have to think about this for a minute. I think I'm going to need 2 of these boxes under here. And I need to find the patterns. So I'm going to pause this video for a second and get myself together. Okay, I think I have this figured out, and what I'm doing is a pop-up. I'm going to make my own pop-up, and it's the same size as the one in the kit. So if you wanted to use that one, you could do a similar thing. I'm going to make a I've done a 1/2 inch, 3.5 inch, 1/2 inch, 3.5 inch, and then this will be my glue tab. And so I'm going to go ahead and the reason I'm doing this is I want it to be a little bit wider than the one in the kit. And so I'm going to go ahead and just cut a slice off of here. They don't have to be perfect as far as width if I don't get this cut exactly right. This needs to be perfect or close to it. So I'm going to go ahead and fold it. We'll see if it works. fold all these lines and use my bone folder to make sure they're good and flat. Same on this one. And, you know, if you want to do a pop-up under something and do the Esther means hidden or whatever, you could even just make a card that pops up with a little pop-up from the kit. Okay, so I'm going to glue these two. And you want to be sure you get that glued whenever you do a pop-up. You want to be sure you get your folded edge glued really good and precisely. And those should lay flat. Mine are sort of laying flat. There's a little bit of a buckle to them, but it may be because they're tea stained. Or it may be that I didn't quite get it perfectly measured, but it lays flat, more or less. So what I need to do, I'm going to flip this over and think about this for a second. So I need this to be glued here and here. I'm going to open the box up because I only want it to be glued there. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this. I'm not 100% confident that I'm doing this the right way, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to glue this. And hopefully it's a facsimile of straight. And then glue this. And you do kind of want them to line up, so I am really I'm really operating without a net here because I'm kind of eyeballing this. What I should have done is take a ruler and drawn a line equidistant from the edges. So this would be perfect. Okay, so that's folded. And so then let's see, I want it to go this way. So if I glue this down this way, and then I need a little tab here to pull, and that should open it up. So I'm going to sort of sketch a little tab there. And I'm going to use a ruler, looky here. And I'm just going to eyeball it though. But I do want to get a sort of a straight. Make sure it doesn't hit. That I'm clearing these tabs. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. If you like things perfect, you can use the circle template to do that. I'll make sure I'm not cutting my tab on the back. Okay, and I think that when I pull it, I'm gonna trim just a little bit off this other edge too, just so there's not any interference. Okay. Okay, now it also needs to be cut off top and bottom. So I'm going to use this grid, and I don't really have that much to cut off because I put my tabs, I may have to move my tabs. Let me see if my tabs fit on here. Yeah, they do. Okay, well, let me just trim this down. Like that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to glue this in. Let's see, now I want it to, let me think for a second. I want it to, when I pull this, if it's flat like this. Yeah, okay, I need these to be folded like this. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hopefully that glue doesn't spread out and glue what doesn't need to be glued. Yeah, okay. Okay, so here it is. If somebody wants to look under here, you can pull it out and it pops up. Now it actually pops up, but anyway, it sort of stands out. But if you want to pull it, it raises it up even more. So it says Esther means hidden. All right. And I think I'm going to put a paper clip on it for now, because I would like for it to flatten out even more. And when this journal's shut, I think it will. So I want it to kind of be trained to shut flat. All right, well, there's that. I hope that wasn't too crazy. You know, whether or not you do that exact thing doesn't matter, but it might give you an idea of doing something hidden somewhere in the journal with her name. So anyway, if you like the video, click like and think about subscribing, and I will go on with this tomorrow. Bye-bye.